Welcome to Google+. In this video, I'll take you on a tour of many of the main features of Google+, the social destination, before I then show you some tips on setting up your profile. This is Home on Google+, and you might like to think of this like a dashboard. And from this dashboard, you can not only see the content that you want to see that's important to you, but also you can communicate with people by clicking in this box and, for instance, type in a message. Also, I can add images by clicking on Photos and simply dragging and dropping an image from the desktop into this section, and that will upload it. You also have the option to upload from your computer or from photos that you already have on Google+. And just so you know, these are the same photos that you'll find by going to the menu bar and clicking on Photos. Alternatively, I can click on an icon to upload a video, or upload a link, or to start an event. And once you've got the general idea of this box, you can just drag and drop content straight in without even having to click the icons. Once you've decided the message that you're going to send out, you'll want to look at who you want to send it to. And you can do this by clicking the box where you can send it out to public so that everybody sees it, or to specific individuals, or to your circles. And when you're ready, you just click Share. After you've shared a post, if you want to edit it or delete it, you come to the upper corner and choose those options from the drop-down. Circles on Google+ are a way of organising your contacts. And to add somebody to circles, you simply hover over their name, which will bring up this hover card, and then hover over again this add section, and then I can add them to a circle. Also, I can create a new circle and make that specifically for this contact and then add more people to it later on. You can organize your circles by going to People, and then you can either find people who you already know and add them in as contacts. You can see who's added you, or you can click on your circles and that will bring you to this section. From this screen, you're able to drag and drop the circles around, but also to add an individual and search by name for them and then add them into that particular circle. Or you can select one and move them into other circles, and even select a whole group and move them in one go into another circle as well. Worth noting that you can add in circles that have been shared with you. To do this, click Add People when you see a shared circle, add a name to the top, and then click Create Circle. Or if I want to delete an individual, prior to adding that circle, I can click on the X and then click Create Circle. As you can see, it's been added here, and I can move it to wherever I want. Let's now return to Home by hovering over and just clicking on Home. And just to recap, the content that you will see in this stream is dependent upon who you have in circles. And each circle you have set up has its own stream. So you can move through circles and see the content that is being published by those individuals from within that circle. And you also have options on notifications and on your settings of how much content you see in the home stream. Your notifications are a little like messages, and you'll find them by clicking on the button. And if it has a number, it means there are new notifications. You'll see the nature of the notification within this section, and if you click in, you can then interact on that particular post. And this may be your post, or it may be somebody else's. If the notification has a video attached, then you can click and play that video from within your notifications. And if it's an image, you can click on the image and be taken to a page where that image will expand to full size and you'll see the comments there. You can also navigate through the notifications. Once you've clicked on a notification, you can move right using the arrow on your keyboard or back to the left. And the same will be for using the letters J and K. When people add you to circles, you can click on the notification and you can add them if you recognise them, or you could hover over and check out their hover card, or you can click on their name and visit their profile to decide whether you want to add them back. If I've already added somebody to a circle and they add me back, then they'll appear in notifications, and I can click say hello, and the circle that I've added them in will be included in the message to them. If I don't want the circle to see the message, then I can click to remove, or I can check the box and also send them an email. You might want to use this cautiously, and then click share. In the same vicinity as your notifications, you also have a share box, which you can find all over Google+, and next to that you can access your account information and your privacy settings. If you're in your notifications and you want to navigate straight to the home screen, you can click on Google+. On your home screen, you're also going to have friendly reminders for upcoming events and upcoming birthdays. You can just send a message by clicking on Send Wishes, and then just clicking Share. There's also another way to find people with whom you're likely to relate. If you come across to Communities, and you look in the community sections, you'll be able to search for your favourite interests and see which communities come up. From there, you simply select on a community, and then you are likely to be able to join. Also worth noting is that you can create your own community, and the choice will be between public and private. Returning again to the home screen, if there's content to which I relate, there's several options. I can just read it and enjoy it, or I can +1 to say that I've enjoyed it or that I acknowledge it. I can comment by clicking in the box and writing a comment. I can also share that content by clicking on the arrow, which will bring up the box that we're familiar with, and I can decide on the audience and add a message there myself before I click share. Another thing to add when it comes to commenting: if I have a plus sign and then I start typing somebody's name, you'll see a box will appear with options of who I want to send a message to. Once you've posted the comment, you can always edit by clicking on the edit button and then saving once you've edited, or if you want to delete the comment, you can just click there as well. If you want to see more information on who has +1, commented or shared, then come to the images, click, and the board will flip, and you'll be able to see the individuals and the information there. When you add the plus sign before a person's name when you type in the message, that means that they may get a notification, but this is going to depend upon their settings, and your settings will determine who can contact you, and you'll find them by clicking on Settings on the sidebar. The first setting you probably want to have a look at is who can interact with you, and you'll do this by deciding who can send you notifications, for instance anyone, or maybe just people from your circles, and also who can comment on your post. Returning now to home, there's another way you can reach out and connect with people using Google+, and that's called Hangouts. You'll find Hangouts by clicking on the green speech mark. That will bring up a box of people that are your contacts from within your circles. Depending upon their settings, you may well be able to start a Hangout with them. Now this in part is text chat, but also you can invite more people to that particular Hangout, including inviting circles, and you can initiate a video call with that person or that group just by clicking on this icon. You can customize who can contact you and start a Hangout with you, just the same as they can do that within their settings. If you come to Menu and drop down and click on Customize New Requests, you will then be able to choose who can hang out with you or who can send you a request. And you just change the settings here. Another way you can start a Hangout is to click on the Hangout icon before you click into the box that you're now familiar with. And when you click on that icon, it will start up a video call aspect of a Hangout, and you can then decide who you want to invite to that video call. There's another aspect to Hangouts called Hangouts on Air, and these are live streamed events that you too can be broadcasting to the world. By clicking on the Pages icon, you can also create your own page and then choose from one of these categories. If you click on Local, it will take you to a page of recommendations and also reviews that you've done from around the web. There is also a list on Google Plus called What's Hot and Recommended, which, as you can see here from the symbol, may well appear in your stream, and you can get more of that content by clicking on the What's Hot button on that left-hand bar. Also in this section, there are other options, including sending feedback to Google on reports of issues, feature ideas, or general comments. Looking again now at the stream, you'll see that there are additional new posts that I can click and receive in that stream. And if I click on question mark on my keyboard, it will bring up this list of additional shortcuts. On many posts, you'll find that in the upper corner, they have hashtags. And if you click on these hashtags, there can be additional content relating to that particular hashtag. At the top of the page, you'll notice there's a search box for searches within Google+, and there are links to other Google products and services, including YouTube, Gmail, Drive and Calendar. Looking now at a post from the Dalai Lama, if I want to visit his profile, I can hover over and click on his name, and that will take me to his profile, and I can find out more information about him and the content that he's posted. Also, we can see that he has a friendly picture of him smiling. If you don't replace the default image, you have a blue head. So this is one of the main things that you're going to want to change as soon as you join. And if you haven't done it yet, then it's very simple. You simply click on your image and that will take you to your profile. And in fact, if you click on anyone's image on Google+, it's almost always going to take you to their profile. Click on Change Profile Photo and you can drag and drop one straight from your desktop, or alternatively, you can upload one from your computer or from your photos within Google+. And once you've done that, you can then select the area that you want to show and set that as the profile image. From there, you're probably also going to want to change the cover photo. So click on that and you can select from the gallery, or you can upload or choose one that you already have available in your photos. Everyone's profile has an About section, and the first thing you probably want to do is tell your story. To do this, scroll down to where you see Edit and click on the Edit button, and then you can put in text using bold, italics, underlined as you want, and then decide who sees what sections. And when you're ready, just click Save. You can customize and edit each of the sections on your About page. For instance, if I come to People and click Edit, if you want everyone to see who you have in your circles, then you would choose Public and make sure the box is checked. Or you would choose Your Circles and then select either Your Circles or Specific Circles. And if you want to remove how many people have you in circles from your profile, you just uncheck that box. And you can always change these later. And when you're done, click Save. If you want to change anything, you simply click on Edit, and then, as in the contact information setting, you can choose who sees what information. Looking at the link section, if you are a contributor to a website, for instance you write on that particular blog, you want to make sure that that site appears in the Contributor To section, but also there will need to be a two-way link back from that site to your Google Plus account as well. When you have a clear headshot that you use for your profile picture, it means that you're eligible for Google authorship. This means that a small icon of this image can appear alongside Google search results from either Google Plus content you've posted or from content you've posted from a website that you've linked to your Google Plus account. And to tell if you are tagged in the image, you hover over and it will bring up this circle. And if you haven't tagged yourself, then you will want to do so. The information you see on a hover card, including your own, comes from your profile. So the images will appear and the text based upon what you have in, for instance, the About section under the tagline, and for me it says plus your life and business, as those are the communities that I run. And the employment section, if you don't work for a company, you can fill that in with a little more content, as I have done myself. When you're on a profile and you're ready to go back to, for instance, home, then come across the sidebar and just click on the home button. This is Martin Shervington, and that was an introduction to Google+. Click on the annotations for the next videos in this series. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel for a lot more handy hints, tips and tricks.